Hi, hello, how are you doing? I hope everything is fine. I hope everything is chill. I'm pretty sure that you've all seen at least a version of this image floating around on the internet. It's pretty popular now in 2020, and it's a redraw challenge if you didn't know what it actually is. Well, besides being a challenge, it's Sailor Moon. First of all, it's actually just a screen cap of one episode of Sailor Moon, and people have been posting redraws of it on the internet. There are like tons and tons. I didn't pick any of my favorites because I also wanted to hop in on the trend and, of course, capitalize on it. Anyway, I'm redrawing Sailor Moon. Now, I never watched the show. I mean, it was just never on TV when I was younger and when I was watching TV shows or cartoons. Surprisingly, there was a shortage of anime when I was younger. I didn't look it up on the internet, you couldn't really stream it. But every night there, instead of Minimax, there was Animax. I don't know if you know about Minimax, but there was Animax. And after 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock, that's the edgy time when you were 7 or 8 or 9. So after 8 o'clock, they used to put anime on, and sometimes there was Sailor Moon, but I never watched it because, it was girly, and my 10-year-old brain couldn't comprehend that that can actually be a good show. But as far as I know, it's just Power Rangers mixed with Powerpuff Girls. A lot of power, but they are named after planets, right? That should be right. I never watched actually an episode, but because it's a screen cap of an episode, I wanted to do my homework and watch the episode that it was captured from. It was actually captured from Sailor Moon S. I don't know why Japanese shows always put an S or a Z or an X at the end of their shows, but if it's working out, it's working out. So I just watched that episode. It was episode 125. And well, needless to say, I kinda messed a lot of plot. It started with a huge battle where this girl was possessed by someone and is trying to take over the world, and she had like Rapunzel powers, and she wanted to take the goblet of fire from Sailor Moon, and she got... it's complicated. It was interesting. I gotta say, the show has definitely an aesthetic look going for it. But anyway, I don't know much about Sailor Moon except that little boys were really horny about it because the transformation was pretty hot, as I'm told. I don't know, I haven't checked that out for myself just yet. But apparently they're all sailors and they are named after planets. So if there's a Sailor Moon, there needs to be a Sailor Mars and a Sailor Earth. I don't know, they need to be 9, right? There are 9 planets. Well, I don't know what's happening with Pluto nowadays, but I grew up with it being a planet and it's gonna be a planet for me. I'm not even sure if I can name all the planets. Wait, let me just check. Okay, so we're in the solar system, right? The sun, of course, but that's not a planet, that's a sun. Don't come at me, I know at least this much. And there was a way you can remember planets, right? There was like a phrase, but I think I learned it in German because I was at the German school, but... Okay, let me just... from the top of my head. I know it's not Mars, the first one, that's after Earth. I think it's Mercury. I might make a complete fool of myself. Anyway, I think there's Mercury, Venus, Earth. Earth is the third one for sure. Then there's Mars. Then there's Jupiter. That's the biggest one. Then there's Saturn. I didn't keep count. Alright, so I was at... Alright, Jupiter, Saturn. I already said Mercury, right? Neptune, that's a planet too. Neptune and Pluto. I don't know, I think that's right. I can't say it again, but that should be right. Anyway, so there must be a Sailor Jupiter, Sailor Uranus. Hey. And Sailor Sun, probably. I don't know. I really don't know anything about the lore of it except that there are basically Power Rangers and girls, and they had a really sick transformation power, and they need to save the human race and the earth from definite destruction. That's as much as I know about Sailor Moon. Anyway, let's talk about the drawing. Fuck the facts, I don't care about the facts now. As you can see, I'm trying to do a different approach. There are tons and tons of drawings of it. There are really good ones. There are meme ones, of course, because if it's on the internet, there must be a meme about it. And so they were the funny ones. I could have drawn like a funny Sailor Moon-esque depiction of the screen capture. I could have drawn myself as Sailor Moon. Dang, I should have drawn myself as Sailor Moon. Oh well, maybe next time. I don't draw these type of characters a lot anyway. But I gotta say, I thought it was way more difficult than it initially was. But at least there was a good payoff, because I think it turned out pretty good. I made it a bit more realistic. And I really like to play around with the colors. It was so much fun to play around with the colors. It was so nice. It was a bit hard because, you know, she has golden jewelry going on and her hair is blonde and the skin tone is also, you know, skin tone. So it was kind of hard to get that nice and contoured. The hair not blending with the face and the jewelry and the tiara or whatever that is on her forehead. But it was a nice contrast with the background being a bit bluish gray and her little high school Japanese outfit that is actually really popular, right? I mean, everyone knows that this is the go-to Japanese high school outfit. But yeah, I had a lot of fun drawing this one. I think it turned out okay. I didn't talk a lot about the drawing process because I was just rambling about Sailor Moon. But anyway, you can just see it how I drew it in the time-lapse thingy. And the final result turned out pretty good. I don't know what to say, I'm kind of happy with it. I made a couple of adjustments. Here's a little side-by-side comparison. Of course, it's not the same. The eyes are really big in the anime. That's just crazy. It's just crazy that anime gets away with that, because that just doesn't make any sense. And literally her nose and her mouth are two lines. I mean, what? That should never work. But fine, whatever. I gave her an actual nose. I played around with the mouth a little bit, but I ended up giving her a more realistic mouth with actual lips. And yeah, I kind of added more shadows, you know. I played around with the hair. Actually, the hair was really fun to draw, with her bangs being, you know, signature Sailor Moon-ish. I just made them flare in the air. I don't know if that's how you say it, but you know, it's in the air. Anyway, that was a quick, fun little video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, just, you know, consider subscribing. Check out my socials. Why not? Why not? And yeah, I hope everything is fine. I hope everything is chill. Keep it steezy, my guys. Let me know if you want me to redraw some other crazy stuff. Why not? Alright, have fun, guys. Keep it cool. Bye. See you.